Hello, Tey-stee Tey-sters. What's up? We're here with Spicy LB. So this is part 2 to the jalapeno citrus garlic sauce. The first part 1 is the jalapeno citrus garlic butter sauce. This one is just the jalapeno citrus garlic sauce itself. So right now we have some garlic that's been minced. This is a full bulb of garlic, okay, that's been minced. We have cilantro and parsley, about a good handful of both that has been chopped up. We have 7 jalapenos with the rib in that have been roasted. We have some sweet chili sauce from Trader Joe's. We have our creamy style horseradish, extra hot and delicious. This is by Silver Springs. This stuff is really good. We have our avocado oil that we're going to need to saute our actual garlic. We have the juice right here of 3 navel oranges, 3 limes, 2 regular lemons, and 3 Meyer lemons. Meyer lemons are a little bit sweeter, so it gives you a little naturalness. We have our can of pineapple juice like we had before. We have our organic Bragg's apple cider vinegar, all natural. Make sure you have the one with honey. With honey, you guys. So we have that. We have our toasted sesame oil. This is from Trader Joe's. We need this, okay? Also, we're going to need onion powder, minced onion, because we're not using the actual onion this time, because this is more of a natural sauce. The only cooking process is the cooking of the garlic and the spices. We still have our Old Bay. We have red pepper, which is cayenne. We have garlic powder. We have ground cumin this time. We have our Southwest Chipotle Mrs. Dash. We have our Lawry's lemon pepper. We have our smoked paprika from Solar Spice Shop. We have our seasoning for greens from the Solar Spice Shop. We have our lemon dill butter, which we are almost out of, so I'm going to be making a trip soon to the Spice Shop again. Okay. We have our white pepper. We have our roasted garlic and red bell pepper. We definitely need that. We have accent because we're going to use just a little bit of this. Remember, this does have MSG in it, so I use this, but it does wake up the flavor of food. It really does. We have pink Himalayan salt. We have garlic salt. We have pepper, fresh cracked black. We have our organic brown sugar. And then in the very, very back here, we have our soulard rib and our cherub rib, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn on my skillet. And we're going to turn the skillet on kind of low. I'm going to put it on 300. Actually, I'm going to put it on 250. We're just trying to take the garlicky, the actual, we're just going to try to cook the spices a little bit. Now, while that skillet is heating up, what I'm going to do is, as you can see, the ribs are in these jalapenos. So I'm going to slice these down the middle. And you have a choice. Now, these ribs, so once you roast jalapenos, I'm going to show you something. So you still have the heat in the jalapeno, but when you roast it, it kind of settles the heat down. So the heat is not as potent in this jalapeno as it normally would be. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to push all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to take my roasted jalapenos with all the season all of them. Okay, I'm going to cut them in half so they can fit in my food processor. So I'm doing all these with seasoning. So just to give you an FYI, you may not be able to get all these in there, I don't know, but I'm going to try. Because I have a little bit, I'm using my little food processor because I don't see the need to bring out the big one. When I start filming in the kitchen that's being prepared for me, you guys, I found out while I'm cutting these and putting these in there, I found out that my actual prep kitchen, or my kitchen that we'll be doing the cooking in from this point forward, will be done and ready for me to film. So in the next month or so. So my kitchen will be complete. I will start filming in the kitchen the 3rd week of February. So until then, we're going to just be improvising and using my kitchen like we're doing it now. But I can't wait. I am so excited. that my test kitchen is almost done, you guys. It's coming along beautifully. I am so proud of my cooking. So what I'm doing, you guys, is I'm going ahead while my thing is heating up. I am going ahead and I am mincing my jalapenos, which you can see. I'm mincing these. I'm kind of moving stuff around too. But you guys should smell that. Like I said the other day, if we had smell-o-vision, that's the next big thing. Where you can smell the cheese. So somebody out there that's creative, they can afford that. That needs to be the next thing they talk. So I don't want this too fine. I want it just fine enough. I think that is the consistency that I'm looking for, so we're good on that. And this is already cooked, so we're not cooking this again, you guys. We're just going to be mixing in a minute. So we're going to take this off of here, and we have that right there. And I want to, we don't have anything else to chop up today. I did most of my chopping and cutting. The prep time on this dish, you guys, is about 40 minutes. That's how long prep time is for this, because it just is. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to drop in about a tablespoon of oil, a tablespoon or two of our avocado oil. And then I'm going to let you see me what I'm doing here. I say I need a little bit more, because we're gonna go ahead and saute off our garlic. So about 2 tablespoons. The first was I put in it was about a tablespoon. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna go ahead, my spoon here, and we're gonna chop our garlic, because I don't know about you guys, raw garlic I can do, but I don't really want to. And not only that, but we're gonna do this garlic, and we're gonna go ahead and roast our garlic off, but we're also going to go ahead and roast off our spices. That's why we're doing this, okay? So we have our heat at about 300 degrees. This is what it's looking like in here, our pretty little garlic. And you're going to hear, when you start hearing your sizzle, as soon as you start hearing your sizzle, you go in with your seasoning. So we're going to do a tablespoon of garlic salt, just one. You're going to smell this too. This is going to be strong. We're doing a tablespoon of our green seasoning. Now you got to move quickly. You got to stir this as you're adding, you guys. And you're going to have to add some more oil to this at some point, because it's going to be cooking the seasoning and it's going to cook. And you can turn your heat down. Let me say that too. Okay, we're going to do a tablespoon of smoky paprika. Actually, I want to do, just one. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of our lemon dill, though. You want 2 tablespoons of that. Now this is going to make your sauce a little like reddish, like, because of the smoked paprika, so get ready for that. It smells so good in here, you guys. We're going to add a tablespoon of Old Bay. Just one. We're going to add a tablespoon of lemon pepper. And this one has more stuff in it. I know you guys are like, that's not the same exact sauce with the butter. No, the butter sauce is a little more subtle. This sauce is actually more seasoned because it's more on the raw side, kind of. Because a lot of the stuff we're going to add is going to be in this raw form. Like when I add in the parsley and stuff, that's going to be raw, so you're going to need that flavor. I'm going to add in, because we already got spice in here, I'm going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. Just a 1/2 teaspoon of that. Okay, half a teaspoon of cayenne to bring my heat. You gotta remember, you guys, as this sits, this gets more and more potent. Okay, so I put in a half a tablespoon of cayenne, a half a teaspoon, I'm sorry, of cayenne, a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So we have half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, which I forgot to tell you guys about from the beginning. So we have half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. You guys, this garlic, you should see this garlic. These spices are potent. Okay, so we're going to put in I'm going to put in a tablespoon of cumin. And there's something about when you smell spices kind of toasting. It smells so good. And this is toasting. You guys, this is what it's starting to look like. All our spices and our garlic together with a little bit of oil. Okay. So we have our turmeric. We're going to put in a tablespoon of Southwest Chipotle. Tablespoon. Actually, I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. So 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of onion powder. 2 tablespoons of onion powder. And 2 tablespoons of minced onion. 1, 2. So that's that. So we're stirring this up and then do this in. And basically what you're doing to your spices is you're just toasting them. You're toasting them off, you're roasting them. You gotta remember you're about to come in with a bunch of acid. So it's gonna destroy most of this. When we come in with the acid, we're gonna turn the heat up on here a little bit. But right now while I'm toasting these spices, we want it kinda low. So it's on right now the skillet is on 300 and the spices are toasting. If you guys can smell this, I'm over here like, woo! Yeah! It smells so good. Okay, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon. Actually, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of roasted red pepper and garlic. That garlic taste is just going to blow your mind in this sauce. I think you guys are going to love this sauce. I don't know. Some people, when I make this, and depending on, like, when I do this a lot. This sauce goes good with, like, different things, like seafoods and fishes and that kind of stuff. Mostly poultry dishes. This is a really good sauce for poultry. It's a good sauce for bison or beef or whatever. So I heard most of the time people will use the jalapeno butter sauce when they're doing, like, boils. But when they just want a sauce, and then we're going to do a tablespoon of white pepper. And we're going to do, I'm not going to do anything if it doesn't come out. I'm going to do a tablespoon of accent. So we're in here. This is actually, you guys, like I said, I wish you could just smell this. The more seasoning I'm adding, the more this is toasting, the more delicious this. Ooh, that black pepper just went ham in here. So that's all my seasonings and my spices in here. I'm gonna let those toast off for a couple minutes. While those are toasting off, I'm gonna do what I do. You guys know the drill. Cleaning time. So I'm basically putting all my spices back in the cabinet. So everything is toasting over there, you guys. I'm excited about this you guys getting to taste this, because this, ooh, I almost dropped that. This stuff is so delicious, you guys. I promise you, I don't even know how I came up with this recipe. One day I was like, I want something different. I want something citrusy. I want something tasty. But I wanted it to be like super seasoned. And sometimes I want spice and all that stuff, but I don't want to have to put all those different spices when I'm cooking stuff. So that's how I ended up coming up with this, okay? Oh, let me get this out of your way. Okay, so hard part down. Seasons are in the skillet, okay? So we also have this, our pesto here that we're about to use. Okay. Now our pesto actually goes in now. This has never been opened, as you can see, you guys. See how it looks? It's kind of runny. It has oil in it, so you don't have to add any oil or anything. So it's about to add more oil to what we're always doing. I normally have to cut this open. So we're about to add in here 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of pesto. And this pesto is not made with pine nuts. I don't really like pine nuts. This is Genovese pesto. And the reason why I like this one, and this came from Trader Joe's, the reason why I like this pesto is because it's made with walnuts. I'm not a pine nut person. If I have a choice, pine nuts are not going to be something I'm going to utilize. But this pesto actually has in it something that I really like, which is the walnuts instead of pine nuts. So, but I added the pesto in, which just makes this kind of pasty, you guys. I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so I just added in my pesto, and you can see how I just turned my color again. So you guys, this is what it looks like right now. And so the pesto is turning it greeny, green. Now I added in 3 tablespoons of pesto, but sometimes you can add in more. I actually think I am going to add in a little bit more. I think I should have just put in 1/4 of a cup, but we're going to add in 1. So we're going to say, okay, how about this? How about I do it this way? How about you do it to taste, but I'm going to just go ahead and add in to this pesto. I'm going to add in half this container. How about that? I'm just going to go ahead and do it because so just for future reference, you guys, you can do half this container. I did half the container today. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on what flavor I'm going for. But basically with this pesto, you need half the container. And now we're going to turn this up to 350. Let that cook out. Once again, while that's cooking out for a couple minutes, I'm going to clean up the area. You're going to hear it sizzling. Now, there's oil in this pesto, just to let you know. So, you don't have to do too much. So, pesto's in, everything's in. You can hear the oil. So, what you're hearing is when I turn this up, you heard the oil from the pesto start cooking. That's what you're hearing. So, what you're doing is you're marrying all this stuff together. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so now we have to come in with our sweet part. We're going to use 1/4 of a cup of organic brown sugar. That's our sweet. That's all we need. 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so we're putting our brown sugar up. Need my spoon again. Because now, what we're going to do is add in a teaspoon of sesame oil. Okay? A teaspoon of sesame oil just went in. Okay, sorry, a teaspoon of sesame oil just went in. Oh, you guys, if you can smell this. So we're going to put in about 1/2 teaspoon of horseradish. You don't need a lot of that. Because that spice from that horseradish, you definitely want to cook that out. Okay. So we just put in a half a teaspoon, a half a tablespoon of horseradish. Everything's cooking up. You guys should smell this. This smells so good. Okay, so we're going to add in some salt. Now remember I said about 7 turns. Remember we already have salt in it too because we have garlic salt in here. 7 times, and then we're going to put in our black pepper. Okay. And we're going to add in about a tablespoon of our cherub's rib rub. Our Soulard Grill. And then we're adding in a tablespoon of our cherub's rib rub. Don't forget those two. And we're stirring. And we're wanting this stuff to kind of cook out. So we want all those flavors to kind of cook out. Because this is the only part that's cooked. The jalapenos are already cooked, as you know. So we can take our jalapenos and we're going to go ahead and drop them in this bowl. And you guys, I'm multitasking. I'm going to use this knife here. And if you find yourself with like a big hunk of jalapeno or whatever, it's no big deal. You can leave it in there. It'll break down. So we want to get all our jalapeno out. So I'm going to actually, because we're going to add this in a minute anyway, I'm going to actually put a little of our lime juice mixture in here and put that in our jalapeno. Okay. So you guys, our spices are cooking. We have our jalapeno. And you guys, I don't know why, but I feel like I want a little more heat. So I'm going to add in another splash or two of cayenne. You don't have to do this. But you got to remember, this is going to sit. And as this sits, the longer this sits, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. It's about to break up the monotony of this sauce. Really it is. Two tablespoons of apple cider vinegar just went in. We're going to add in 1 tablespoon of sweet chili sauce. So this is like a sweet, savory sauce. Okay. And we're going to let that work. So this is what we're looking like, you guys. Okay, this is all our seasonings cooking down. Everything's marrying together, having a party. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our, now we're going to use this whole can of pineapple juice. Last time, remember, we only used half a can. We're using this whole can of pineapple juice, okay? Whole can. You want the whole can of pineapple juice, which just changed the total consistency of everything, okay? I'm going to turn our heat down. Now we're starting to add our juice. Whole can of pineapple juice. Now look at the consistency. Totally different, you guys. So now, last but not least, we're going to sprinkle in all our juice right here. Our acid base. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah, this is beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna let this it's just basically to let this kind of party together. So this is a liquidier sauce. This isn't more. I'm gonna turn this off. Turn it off now. Turn off my electric stove. My electric thingamajig. Yeah, I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna taste it, cause I'm the tasty taster. You can't make something you didn't taste, right? So it's time for me to taste it. Get my little trusty spoon here. That's delicious. Citrusy, spicy. That's good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and add in our jalapenos. And remember, guys, this sauce gets hotter and hotter as it sits. Okay, so you may not want to add in that extra cayenne like I did, but I did. So here is our sauce, and I'm going to actually pour this off. I'm going to add in our cilantro, parsley, basil, and that's it. Jalapeno citrus sauce. No butter. Now it has a little oil, but no butter. No butter this time. So you can use this sauce on fish. You can use this. You're going to see me use this sauce on a lot of different stuff. You can use this on jerk chicken. This is my little twist on jerk chicken. You can use this as a marinade if you want a spicy like chicken or spice up a dish. You can use this sauce. So I'm going to pour it into the bowl now so you guys can see the finished result. Okay, so you guys can see finished result. Okay, that is our finished result. We're going to get rid of all this stuff that's on the table. You can add a little finishing salt if you want to. I don't think I am. But sometimes, even after you taste them or you add up all that stuff, you still need a little finishing something. Now, what I am going to do though, is I am going to taste the sauce again. Make sure it's what I want, where I want it to be, spice level and everything. It's perfect. I don't need anything else. That garlic. Oh my goodness, that sauce. That spice just creeps in. Like the spice actually hits your palate initially. It initially hits your palate and you're like, oh my gosh, that spice is delicious. But then afterward, you're kind of like, hey, where'd you go? But that's because I just made it. Now remember, as it sits, it gets spicier and spicier and spicier. So if you're somebody that doesn't want a lot of spice, then don't put the extra cayenne that I put in it. But if you want that extra spice, now another thing too is if the spice level is a little too high for you, or if you put in spice and you're like, oh my gosh, that's too much, I didn't mean to do that. That's not a problem. What you do is, honey breaks down spice, okay? So what you're about to see me do is, honey basically gets rid of spice, believe it or not. You guys can see me. Believe it or not, honey kind of gets rid of spice. So if you find yourself, you do this and it's too spicy for you, this is all you have to do. Take a little bit of honey, if I can get this to come out. And what honey does is it calms down spice. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in, I like honey in mine anyway, but everybody doesn't. So what you do is I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of honey. Okay? And what that honey is about to do, this is just going to calm down the spice a little bit, because this is a little spicier than I normally do. I did add in that extra cayenne, but I wanted a little bit spicier because I got a dish I'm going to make with this. So, you guys, here is our jalapeno garlic citrus garlic sauce, okay, without the butter. So this one is a little bit, the recipe is a little bit different. So this was part 2. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you choose to make it. Let me get close to you so you can see the finished result. This is the finished product, you guys. And it's tasty. So you see that? So the color's a little bit different than the other one. So you guys, this is actually an amazing, amazing sauce. I hope you can refrigerate this and keep this sauce for months on end. The only thing is I normally don't keep it that long because that spice level gets too high. I normally make this sauce about a week in advance if I'm going to cook something like I'm doing a seafood boil that requires this sauce. So that's why actually it's a seafood bake, excuse me. I'm doing a seafood bake that requires this sauce. There's going to be a lobster tail bake. So it requires this sauce. So that's why I made this sauce for you guys, and I posted it today. And today, which is actually today, which is Monday, which I made the sauce actually yesterday on Sunday, you guys, but I'm posting it today, Monday, okay? So I made the sauce, so by the time I do the boil for you guys, or the bake, the seafood, lobster seafood bake that I'm going to do for you guys on Friday, by that time, this sauce will have actually sat, marinated, and done a great thing. So you guys, I went way over my time. I normally don't go this long, but I just want to say thank you guys for joining me. This is part 2 of the jalapeno citrus garlic sauce, okay? So, minus the butter. So, or you can actually take this one and add butter to this one. It's up to you. You guys can play with both sauces. It's up to you. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Comment below. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification button and let everybody know that I'm on, as well as you knowing that I'm on. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Spicy LB, and I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later.